Phoebe Dizon emigrated from the Philippines. She worked as a nurse's aide, and she loved to cook.
I mean, we never ate out because the best chef in the city was Mom.
A gift for her husband and 3 young sons, and many others.
That was like a big deal, like Thanksgivings, Christmas, like everyone came to our place because she would have a feast.
She also baked cakes for almost every occasion, her way of reaching out to the community. That sense of community brought her together with another young Filipino woman, Susanna Blackwell.
They spoke the same language. My mother and Susanna came from the same island of Masbate in the Philippines, so they spoke the same dialect.
Susanna had come to Seattle to marry Timothy Blackwell. The two met after she posted a picture in a dating catalog called Asian Encounters. But soon after Susanna arrived in the States, her marriage was in trouble.
Susanna Blackwell was reaching out to my mom for help. She was the only person that she knew. I'll never forget the night when, she told her to drive up here and, and I saw her, she had, bruising on her face or on her neck. It was, I'll never forget how she looked, and that's when I knew that, something was wrong.
Phoebe and Veronica Loretta were a support system for Susanna during a very contentious divorce proceeding in the King County Courthouse. Susanna was 8 months pregnant. The 3 women were sitting on a bench outside a courtroom when the unthinkable happened. Timothy Blackwell had brought in a gun. He killed Susanna, her unborn baby, and Phoebe and Veronica.
So I ran down 3 flights of stairs to the 2nd floor just in time to see these heroic corrections officers on top of Blackwell, who had just finished emptying a clip from his pistol, killing these 3 women and the unborn baby, and he was about to put another clip in when they had tackled him. It was just stunned that this could happen here in a courthouse where we're designed for the peaceful resolution of disputes, and to have such a horrific act of violence happen right here.
Metal detectors were installed in the courthouse within days.
We didn't have it. There was a time when it was a debatable issue. This tragedy put an end to that debate immediately.
But the added security could not change what happened or ease the heartache. Phil was just 16, a junior in high school.
I had to kind of grow up really fast. As soon as I realized that Mom wasn't going to be around anymore, I had to kind of step up to be that second parent. What hurt me the most is to think that she's not going to be there for my brothers the same way that she was there for me.
It was 2 months before my 5th birthday, so I don't remember too much. But as you see in these pictures, I do remember the cakes. And what's interesting is that because I was so small, when I think about my mother, I'm looking up because I'm so small.
A small child who's become a big voice for survivors.
We will be starting in 5 minutes or so. Thank you everyone for your patience.
Derek organized this year's annual vigil at the courthouse. For 20 years, people have come to remember and to call attention to domestic violence.
There are many Susanna Blackwells out there. There are many people who might feel that they don't have resources to go to because they don't know how to speak the language, they don't understand this culture. But it's important for people to come together to know that there are options and there are resources.
Derek works for API Chaya, an organization that offers support services for Asian, South Asian, and Pacific Islander survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking.
We want to make sure they're safe. We can provide housing if we can, other things. We work with the law enforcement to make sure that, they be able to, be protected.
We provide so many services in different languages and also cultural understanding as well, and that can mean the world to a survivor.
Now, inside the courthouse, all visitors are screened. A memorial plaque is just steps away from the protection order program, where DV victims can go to get help from the courts.
The criminal justice system is about this much of it. The work we do is really important, but so much of the work, if we're ever going to prevent and help people escape from domestic violence, that happens in the community.
And the community has not forgotten. They gather, they volunteer, they remember.
How far we've come. that we are now here today having this opportunity to honor not just my mother and her 2 friends and unborn child, but just honor the idea of what it means to do what's right. Like I said, through tragedy, there's opportunity. Through loss, there's a chance to protect life. You know, her legacy is community. Her legacy is love, compassion. I think that directly correlates with what API Chaya represents.
To find out about services, visit apichaya.org or protectionorder.org.